As the House returns to work today, the House Committee on Government Reorganization is set to continue discussions on two bills that aims to strengthen the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or the ICI. Menelas Moras has the full report.
As the lower house resumes session today, House Speaker Faustino Boje-D III vowed that they will prioritize the passage of the proposed measure aimed at strengthening the Independent Commission for Infrastructure, or ICI. According to Speaker D, stricter measures must be implemented to address reports of corruption and ghost projects in the country. Aside from the ICI bill, the House leader also plans to push for the anti-dynasty bill as part of the chamber's anti-corruption measures.
Hindi sapat ang galit. Kailangan natin ang solusyon. Ang ICI bill ay makakatulong upang mapanagot ang mga individual na sangkot sa katiwalaan sa flood control projects. Malinaw ang ating mensahe. There will be zero delays in the passage of this measure because our people have zero tolerance for corruption. Kaya malinaw din po ang direktiba natin dito. We will pass this before we adjourn this December.
Various government agencies have also expressed their support for the ICI bills filed in the House, which seek to transform it into an independent commission against infrastructure corruption, or ICAIC. During the hearing of the House Committee on Government Reorganization, proponents of the measures underscored the importance of passing the bill into law.
Minumungkahi po natin na bigyan sila ng power of direct or indirect contempt. No? Nakita rin natin na yung ibang mga gusto nilang imbestigahan ay lumisan at umalis sa ating bansa. Minumungkahi natin na bigyan sila ng kapangyarihan na mag-file ng hold departure order. No? Liliwanagin ko po, ito po ay hindi duplication ng trabaho ng Ombudsman o DOJ, kung hindi tulong sa kanilang kapangyarihan.
Napakahalaga ng isang institusyon na nag-iimbestiga sa ganito kalawak na katiwalian at kalaking sindikato sa gobyerno at pribadong sektor ay may sapat na kapangyarihan at resources para matupad ang kanyang mandato.
As of now, more areas have been found to have allegedly questionable flood control projects. In a report by House Committee on Infrastructure Co-Chair Terry Ridon, he revealed that several ghost, incomplete, or poorly situated infrastructure projects were discovered in the Davao region.
To be very clear, this involves not just one district. It involves all the districts within Davao City. It also involves Davao Occidental, which is, I think, what we can call the epicenter of ghost projects in Mindanao Island. I mean, kung nakita ho natin na yung Bulacan seems to be the epicenter of ghost projects within Luzon, parang sa Davao Occidental po natin makikita yon.
In a separate interview, Kamanggagawa Party List Representative Eli San Fernando has also urged the lower house and other government agencies not to issue clearance to former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Elizalde Co, who is among those implicated in the flood control scandal. This under his House Resolution number 435.
Dapat lahat ng nasangkot, hindi lang dito sa flood control anomaly, kundi sa lahat ng mga issue o lahat ng mga iskandalo na pinapatungkulan ay pera ng taong bayan, dapat hindi nga maibigay sa kanila yung mga clearances o i-refrain na maibigay sa kanila yung mga clearances.
Menelas Moras from the National TV Network for a new and better Philippines.